Little Schiff, Little Adam Schiff, in serious trouble as damning video resurfaces while lashing out at Trump. Democrat Congressman Adam Schiff lashed out at President Donald Trump after POTUS called him little. Too bad for Shifty Schiff. Things immediately backfired after a damning video resurfaced at the same time, and now he's in very serious trouble. Democrats are on a roll when it comes to humiliating themselves recently. Among those at the top of the list, though, is California Congressman Adam Schiff, who keeps trying to lie to the American people to save his own butt. Of course, we've seen his pathetic attempts blow up in his face as he gets exposed time and time again. Desperately trying to be relevant, Adam Schiff has attached himself to Trump's coattails, and the parasite does not seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. Clearly trying to keep the American people from hearing the truth, it seems that the only thing allowed to leak from the White House are things that can be used in an attempt to tarnish Trump's name. Most recently, Schiff fought against the FISA memo being released, first trying to say Russian bots were responsible for the release of the memo, hashtag on Twitter, and it wasn't long before the social media giant came out to refute the claims. As if that it wasn't bad enough, Schiff then argued that there was classified information in the memo that would put our national security at risk. As we've since learned, there was not. Now, for those who have not been keeping up, Schiff is no stranger to leaking classified information. In fact, Mad World News just reported that House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes told Fox News that Democrats, especially Schiff and those around him, were responsible for at least 100 illegal leaks to the press. Quote, "We know that there has been almost 100 leaks that we believe have come from the Democrats in the House Intelligence Committee," end quote. Nunes declared, quote, "As of right now, remember a year ago, they were claiming that they had more than circumstantial evidence of collusion, of Trump colluding with Russians, but they keep coming up with goose eggs. They have nothing," end quote. Even worse yet, Schiff may have accidentally released classified information in a letter slamming the FISA memo and President Donald Trump. Quote, "Representative Adam Schiff, Democrat California, issued specific challenges to the memo's accuracy, citing still classified Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court filings," the Washington Examiner reports. Adam Schiff tweeted February 2nd, "The President's decision to publicly release a misleading memo attacking DOJ and FBI is a transparent attempt to discredit these institutions and undermine Mueller's probe. We will fight to release our classified response. Until then, here's a glimpse at what's wrong with the memo." Quote, "In the abstract, they could be problematic since they go beyond the official public record," end quote, said Stephen Aftergood, director of the Government Secrecy Project at the Federation of American Scientists, when talking about Schiff's refutations. Along with that, there was the fact that his sad attempt to bash President Donald Trump was in response to the president outing him as a leaker. Donald Trump tweeted February 5th, quote, "Little Adam Schiff, who is desperate to run for high office, is one of the biggest liars and leakers in Washington, right up there with Comey, Warner, Brennan, and Clapper. Adam leaves closed committee hearings to illegally leak confidential information. Must be stopped." In short, Schiff is as shifty as they get. While he claims to want to protect the sanctity of American security, he'd be the first to endanger national security if leaking could hurt President Trump. Too bad for him, though. This little outburst just backfired big time as a damning video of the man resurfaced, and it could mean serious trouble if his reputation and his credibility. Come to find out, Schiff participated in an interview with the Kremlin-owned Russian TV network RT back in 2013. Even more damning was the fact that he demanded FISA transparency and for more decisions on FISA judges to be declassified. The same thing he's arguing against right now because it could hurt the Democratic Party. Basically, this guy is the worst of the worst when it comes to the scum in Washington, D.C. President Donald Trump wanted to drain the swamp, and it's idiots like Adam Schiff that he no doubt had in mind. These corrupt punks lurk in the shadows, quietly doing everything they condemn out in public. Merely out to benefit himself, Schiff is trying to make a name for himself as a leader of the opposition against Trump. However, anyone with a lick of common sense can see that this guy is as dishonest and disgusting as they come. You don't get the call for something because you think it can hurt the other side of the aisle and then demand protection from the same thing when your own party is on the line a few years later. There are no words for this kind of lowlife that Schiff represents. This guy is as slippery and slimy as they come. His bias and hypocrisy just got exposed in a major way, and it's only a matter of time before he completely crumbles. And let's hope the sleazeball takes down every Democrat around him in the process.
Meanwhile, on the other side of Capitol Hill, in the House of Representatives, efforts continue there as well to inject more oversight into the NSA's surveillance programs and the top-secret FISA court. One of those members of Congress leading the effort is Adam Schiff from California. He joined me earlier, and I asked him how his reforms to the FISA court will protect America's First and Fourth Amendment rights.
I think they'll have the cumulative impact of making the FISA court much more transparent, so the American people can understand what's being done in their name, in the name of national security, so that we can have a more informed debate over the balance between privacy and security. I think this can be accomplished while also maintaining sources and methods and not compromising some of the very real national security concerns at stake. It also will mean, in terms of the appointment of FISA judges, a more diverse set of judges than those that were chosen by the Chief Justice alone. It'll mean that American people during that vetting process of Senate confirmation have a better sense of where those judges stand on Fourth Amendment issues. It will mean that through the declassification of opinions, we get a sense more of the constitutional principles involved and how the courts are interpreting provisions of law. And then finally, I think that the opinions themselves will benefit by having an adversarial process in key cases where the court has the benefit of hearing the other side, of seeing opposing case law.
Okay, you can see the rest of that video. It's embedded in this article. It's 8 minutes long from RT. And this is on Mad World News.